ブルーリフレクションタイ。
Politics are nasty.
気合い入れてこ。気合い入れてこ。次の行き先はと。よし、決めた。
Field spells I've had.
行き先はと。よし、決めた。次の行き先はと。
Jandi's Barab? More like Jandi's no. I'm so sorry. Whoops, I was still in Genshin brain mode there.
行き先はどうしよう。出発だね。
On Dragon, just any one of them could be a huge game changer because we play so many darks in these decks that we can easily facilitate it, and the games go long enough sometimes it may not. And let's be honest, Dark Arm Dragon is the best one. So let's get to flipping and see what we get. This is where we're going to start off. Golden Flying Finish. We're probably not going to be playing this card whatsoever, but we did get a Lone Fire Blossom that could maybe be relevant in the future. We'll have to see. A couple of cards to talk about in this pack, even though there's nothing too special. Some sort of Lotus was in this set, and this has been banned because it facilitates 1 million FTKs. Chain Material's another card. I think Electrum FTK revolves around Chain Material, which is so consistent, but yeah, just some more FTK enablers for the icing on the cake that is Phantom Darkness. Well, there's an ultra rare Metal Reflex Slime. This is kind of an interesting card. I'm not sure how I feel about it because it could potentially be this big wall that we can put up and then maybe potentially trip off for a Monarch. I'm not sure if that's worth it, but it's a way for us to like special summon a monster that we wouldn't otherwise have. Kind of neat. Also, Gladiator Beast Darius came in the set as a common, by the way. This is basically just like Monster Reborn for Gladiator Beast. All the more reason I wanted those Glad Beasts a few sets ago, but it's unfortunate. I don't think we're going that route. Well, there's a nice pickup, Allure of Darkness. I'm not sure if there was an ultra rare I wanted instead of this, but this might make a deck. Just being able to go 2 cards deeper, even though it's a 2 for 2, because you're drawing 2, waste the Allure, and you have to banish a dark. But I play a considerable amount of dark monsters, and being able to get 2 cards deeper and have that cycling power, I think that's well worth it, especially when Gage has like really no way to interact. So Super Polymerization also came in this set. Again, it's just like one heavy hitter after another. This card has seen tons of play, banned for quite some time because of its spell speed 4 type of effect where your opponent can't really interact with it. I'm not sure if we have any cards where this is like generically good enough just to play as it out to some things. I really need to look into it, but could come up with... Well, there's another ultra rare, Yubel Terror Incarnate. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish that was another Allure of Darkness, because that would be way better, but it is what it is, I suppose. Also, Gigaplant, so if we're gonna go back and talk about Geminis for a second, this is probably the next best, if not the best Gemini monster in the game. Gigaplant, FTK, and OTK has been in deck since this card existed. Rogue Fire Blossom definitely helped with that, but again, just another card out of Phantom Darkness that just really makes you in awe.
Wow, that's one of our ultras. That's fair card. Dude, I don't think I'm gonna get all the Bell stuff to play it, but that's pretty interesting ultra. Super Poly, not bad. I would be useful right now. We don't have the greatest targets for polarization. Nothing too generic. That's a pretty cool card. Oh, another super. Elemental Hero Storm Neos. Where's all the secret rares, dude? That's only 3 cards.
There's literally nothing here.
But I have another Super Poly too. And not too shabby. Oh! Oh my God! Oh, it's so fucking overpowered! That's the one card I really been. Oh my God, you ripped it! Dark Arm Dragon! Guys, holy shit! I can't believe it!
It's Jover.
So dead! Dead! That's so good! I'm like actually shocked.
It's actually Jover, lol.
It's better, bro. Oh shit! He's searchable off of Witch in the Black Forest! Oh, that's so crazy. Let's just flip the rest. I don't even care. Yeah, Gigaplant, Dark Crusader, sure. Yeah, alright. I died down a little bit. Nothing back-to-back crazy. I'm trying, you guys. Oh my God. Alright, coming up on the end. We got 4 packs left. I don't know how we get Escape and Dad. Those.
Could I be trying to fight enemies?
Or nothing special for that one. We got it out of Steve here last pack. Good. Another Gigaplant. I don't think I got Lone Fire Blossom. Got a simple one. That is so disappointing. Lone Fire is so good. Not the Gigaplant. But yeah, no. You know what? I don't even know why I bothered. I got 2 incredible hollow cards. Dad, plus Escape. Those are going right in the deck room. Let's see how we're crushing Alex today, fellas. Let's see how
So we're past the halfway point, and we got an ultimate rare beginning of the end. What is this luck? We're getting so close to getting some of these insanely busted secret rares, but beginning of the end, I don't know if this is good enough to play. You need to have, I believe, 7 dark monsters in your graveyard, banish 5 of them, and then you draw 3. That is just insane and almost too good to pass up. But I don't know if our games go long enough that I'm going to have 7 darks in the grave. Luckily, they can have the same name. Have Painful Choice. Ooh, I might have to think about bringing Choice back in. You know, I just have to keep bringing up FTKs, but Shadow Priestess of Rome is another FTK enabler. It hasn't made its way onto the ban list or anything, but there have been a lot of really obscure FTKs involving this card. They should have just called this Phantom FTK. So we're coming up on the last few packs here, not really too much else to discuss. I think we talked about a majority of the highlights. Oh, there's a super rare Cyber Valley. This actually did see a decent amount of play. There were some FTK decks like Magical Explosion FTK that did want to play Cyber Valley. Kind of a cool card. You can like attribute it to like the attack and like draw a card. It's a light, so it had symmetry there. Machine duplication because it has the stats for it. Really interesting card, and a lot of people found ways to build around. But this is our last pack. Please, just give me a Dark Arm Dragon. Like, that would just be the perfect way to end this opening. We need some luck. We need to turn this around. And a Dark Arm Dragon will help us here. Never lucky. Okay, well, that's gonna wrap it up for Phantom Darkness. We didn't get anything inside. That's not true. We actually got pretty decent pulls from this set. I don't think I complain. We didn't get any of the huge beast monsters that we were looking for. But Allure of Darkness and beginning of the end, I'm gonna have some on this one, so let's just go ahead and load up Duel Book and see what we come up with. We got a lot of work cut out for us.
And the list we're looking at today, it's not too different, but of course I added the all-star level. Pokemon Dragon, Escape from a Dark Dimension, incredible card. It's not enough strategies. It pretty much blends in perfectly. As you have had, the strategy I've had. Wow. Dark Knight is so sick. Search of Water. These cards were legal at the same time. So this is going to be huge to try out. This actually works. And Escape is just crazy. The fact that they're so well with Chaos Ball, Banish a Dark Knight. Now, it's pretty down. It's that's it. Which does look at Banish afterwards, but I mean, I can't hold it back out. So mainly with cards like Escape, I want to pull back big baddies out of it.
I actually have flesh enemies to kill here. What the fuck?
So I contribute it next turn. They're not incredible dark targets right now, and nothing. I guess Jinzo's the best. But hey, I'm gonna take it. You know, Dark Arm Knight. You get value off the Escape from nothing. Things that I cut. Right now, actually, I'm getting kind of weird. I cut down on light monsters further. I cut down with Zanji, so now we have Sauce and Warrior League, and get one Cyber Dragon. That's about it. But with only 2 seeds, it was like a card like Choice. I only expect to always have a light ready. Go down to search, I do better lights to like. If I need to get in the graveyard, so I'm not like too worried. I got a lot of lights. There runs wrong today. Find out that I can dash. I guess I was happy in this episode. I can summon because I really wanted to box Alex here. Stop flexing on him at the end of it, and he's going to get set. I feel very, very confident. Very confident. Screen here. Go get the 4-witch screen gate, then eventually double vision. I can't pull him like out. But yeah, doing pretty good. Thunder no now. It's very much helpful.
Alright, so I figured out why we lost in the last round, and the answer was right in front of me the whole time. We didn't play Chaos Neos in the extra deck. We had to have our new mascot ride us to victory, and we completely neglected him. So, now that he's in the extra deck, there is no way that we could possibly lose. Gage's win streak ends here. That is the Christmas gift that we are going to be delivering. So, this is the deck we are bringing to today's duel. The deck has undergone some significant changes, and we're going to talk about those. So, first up, we got 2 Breaker, 1 Cyber Dragon, Exile Force, 1 Great card, and 1 Spine. Hydro Get-Ons are back in the main deck. Realize why this is, it will make perfect sense, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Haikyuu has also made its way back into the main deck. I like this just as like another main deck deterrent for Chaos Emperor Dragon that actually proactively hits away at his life points. It's also 1800, which is relevant, and again, we'll talk about that a little bit later. 2 Jujutsu Masters for a little bit more defense, 1 Mobius, the Morphing Jar, 1 Ryza, 1 Sangen, 1 Snipe Hunter, and 1 Zaborg. As you can tell, we definitely cut back on the Monarchs. I think I went a little bit overboard in the last episode, although to be fair, I was actually feeling pretty good about it. Let's go ahead and get into the spells, though. 2 Book of Moon, this is a great card all around. 1 Brain Control, I cut back on this as well since I cut back on the Monarchs. The thing is with Brain Control, and this is so weird, you think this card would be crazy all the time? We actually do a lot of setting in our format, and so unless I like attack into his monster and it's like a spy, and then Brain Control it, and then hopefully have the Monarch to tribute over it, there are some instances where Brain Control can just win the game by itself, but if I don't have enough tribute fodder, I don't think Brain Control is as worth it. Plus Snatch Steal is basically another Brain Control, except better in some cases because I get to keep the monster. So I figure for this ratio of Monarchs, 1 Brain and 1 Snatch, I think are perfectly fine. 1 Darkhold, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Last Will, 1 Pot of Greed, 1 Regeki, 3 Smashing Ground, we up this one, and again, this will all make sense here in a moment, and of course the Snatch Steal. And then for the traps, this is where the biggest changes in the decks have occurred. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Imperial Order, and 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. For those of you who have never seen this card, this was actually in our Gladiators Assault opening, and I should have played it in that episode, but the biggest issue with Shadow Mirror is that a majority of my best monsters are also Dark Attribute. Breaker, Guard, Spy, Kaiku, Sangen, Snipe Hunter. So it's really difficult to justify, but now that I've taken some time to figure this out, I think this is definitely the correct move. Gage plays way more dark monsters than I do. What's nice about this card is that it actually nullifies Snipe Hunter, which we know he's on 3 of, so he could go normal Snipe Hunter, pitch a card, target a set mirror. I flip up the mirror, the effect gets negated, and then also he just lost a card for nothing. This also shuts down Emperor. If he were to go Cold Wave, I can flip Shadow Mirror in response. It's going to remain active, and Emperor won't be able to resolve. This shuts down almost every single good card in his deck, and he has very few outs to it. He has Dust Tornado, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, and then I believe he has a Mobius and a Ryza. That's it. That's all he can do to out this card, and so I'm feeling really, really good about main decking this. That's why we're playing 3 Smashing Ground, because if I can establish a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, the game then becomes keep him off of as many monsters as I possibly can, and Smashing Ground is going to be the way to do it. I am going to attack into every single one of his monsters if I have a Shadow Mirror up, and if it flips, I'm going to Smashing Ground it if I can't kill it. If it's a Spy, Spy's also pretty good for us even if we have this up, because there's really few ways to kill this card, and then this is good because then I can sack it for one of the Monarchs, which none of the Monarchs we have are Dark Attribute. Caius would be, except he came in a structure deck, so we're actually never going to have access to him. So Zaborg, Ryza, and Mobius all work functionally fine under Shadow Mirror, and that means that we can get some big threats on the field. That's also why we went back to Hydro Geddon. So we actually replaced the Tomatoes and the Sangan for this. It's a way to effectively get more board presence, and with Shadow Mirror up, this card can almost hit over every card in his deck, like Snipe Hunter or anything he might just have there. I think the only few exceptions to this rule are like Spy, I think his Guard, and his 1800 attack feeders, but he only has a couple of those. Everything else Hydrogeddon can hit over, and we're going to be able to get a huge amount of board presence, hopefully tribute for some Monarchs, and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror is going to ride us to victory. I think this is the ticket. If you add this to all of our other cards that we have that out Emperor, like Torrential and Trap Dushu, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 outs to Emperor. I think that is a lot. Again, Gage has ways to work around it. He's got Snipe Hunters, he's got Cold Wave. However, I think this is going to be our best shot. Moving on to the side deck, because we did actually change a few things here. I have 1 DD Crow in the side deck. This actually isn't a bad card to stop Emperor. If he only has like 1 light or 1 dark, but let's be honest, it'll most likely be 1 light, we could just Crow the light monster and then he can't summon Emperor. So that's kind of cute. I don't know if it's going to happen. Dekoichi's just here because I used to be playing it. I actually swapped this out for Kaiku, I believe. Kaiku's actually pretty good because this card only negates activated effects, and Kaiku has a continuous effect where your opponent cannot banish cards. So I can have Kaiku and Mirror up, and it prevents him from actually summoning the Emperor on top of it. But even if I don't have Mirror, Kaiku's actually just good at being able to banish threats, and if it's up, an 1800 body isn't the worst thing to have. I have a few more Monarchs in case I want to go back to the more heavier Monarch route, which is 1 Grandmark, 1 Mobius, 1 Thestalos. You're probably wondering why the hell I'm even touching Grandmark. I realize that Grandmark is basically Zaborg in a lot of ways, because Zaborg is going to be popping set monsters 9 times out of 10, and so the thing is, Grandmark can also pop set monsters, so I shouldn't have discounted it as early on as I did, and if I decide to go back this route, I think Grandmark should be something to consider. Another Sangan and another Snipe Hunter. These are both dark monsters that used to be in the deck, and again, I tried to cut the dark count down as much as I could, but it is really hard because there are so few cards that can really replace cards like this, and so I just have them in the side deck, primarily just if I need to adjust the strategy as the game goes on. The second, Brain Control, in case I decide to incorporate more Monarchs. 2 copies of Twister. I think this is just good to have in here, spell and trap removal if I'm not going to play Jinzo. He plays very few continuous cards. I expect to see him side into this if he sees Shadow Mirror in game 1, which is a little bit worrisome, but there really isn't too much I can do about it other than, like, maybe Magic Jammer and Spell Shield type 8, but luckily I do have stuff like Imperial Order to be able to stop Twister, so that's pretty nice if I can get both set up. 2 components, it's just a nice little catch-all for everything. 2 Mind Crushes is another way to out Emperor if I need outs. It's also very proactive because if he activates Cold Wave, I can chain Mind Crush, call Emperor, and then he'll lose the card out of his hand, so hopefully that would be how that goes. And 1 Transmigration Prophecy. This is basically just DD Crow, but in a trap card. It can jumble 2 cards back into the deck, so if he has 2 lights or 2 darks, or 1 of each, I can get rid of both. Goes back to the deck, which kind of sucks, so that means you can redraw them. But I think it's just nice to have ways to out Emperor in some unique ways that don't really interact with cards like Live Bodies or Shield and the like. So, guys, this is a big one. This is a huge episode. Gage is 3 games up on me. We have to end his win streak, and I'm really counting on Shadow Imprisoning Mirror to come in clutch. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to duel. Gage, this episode has been like 2 weeks in the making. We were supposed to record this like a week ago, but Dueling Book crashed for like the entire day.
Yeah,
so,
both of us from me.
For you! I'm actually...
Oh, you're at the same time.
I am. So they're gonna know that this is recorded on different days just solely because you're not wearing the same clothes.
I know, so I have broken pop too.
Yeah, well, I have the dark attribute hoodie on, so I had to wear that for Phantom Darkness. Come on!
We've been talking about this set. See, games now.
Yeah.
Big one.
I don't think the set disappointed. I am super satisfied with what I got. I don't know about you.
Me too. We'll see if you're just as satisfied.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and rock, paper, scissors. While we do, let's go ahead and shout out Mr. Dan Lee over on Patreon as I get wrecked in rock, paper, scissors.
I was gonna say,
I want to start.
Yeah, it's a good way to come up. Alright.
Well, thanks so much, Dan, for the support. Gage, looks like you're going to be going second, and good luck.
Good luck.
Interesting one. I will set 2 cards and pass.
Wrong. I'll start by activating.
That's about as good as it gets, yes.
Not that.
We're gonna get to see some new cards out of this painful choice?
Then I'll go Knight of Saber, Spirit, Spy. There's so many good choices. How about, Night Hunter, Tsuki?
Yeah, I hate all of these pretty easy, gotta say. Probably hate myself for it. I'm gonna give you the Spy.
Oh, alright. You might have, like... Cool, so, choice is gonna go...
Okay, so there's your light. Warrior Lady's fine. I'm assuming you're gonna go to battle again.
Yes, is that okay?
That's fine, I'll take it.
Perfect. I'll go to set. I'll set cards.
Alright, I will go ahead and draw. Wow, that is not... I'm gonna attempt to fire off a Smashing Ground, get rid of that DP.
Yeah, Smashing Ground.
Okay, and I will actually just set a 3rd card face down.
Okay, cool. Sounds alright. I'll draw.
On your draw phase, I will try to
Take a look.
Okay.
It's a pretty nice...
It's okay, it's... Okay, so you got Econ, My Body, Spy, and Exile Plus. I knew you had the Spy. You have 2 sets. I feel like you have a My Body in the back row, and then also one in the hand, so that way you kind of play the reactive one on like my turn, and then have the proactive your turn, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so Spy is pretty good. Exile Plus is good. I think I'm going to get rid of Exile Plus.
Alright. So, this is going back. So, I will set card.
So, the thing I don't like about this is I don't know what that back is. I know it's one of 2 cards, I just don't know specifically which one it is. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and fire off Regeki.
That's not bad. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it this time.
Okay, so I know you have Econ in your hand. It's pretty. I'm gonna normal summon Breaker.
Yeah. I'm going to activate bottom.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Breaker will get banished, not destroyed. I think I'm just gonna have my turn. Go ahead.
Oh, this is looking really good!
I don't want to hear that.
Go back.
Would you like me to tell you?
If you want to, yeah, you want to tell me.
Absolutely. It's the season of giving. That is one thing I will
Yeah,
not
that's one thing you won't give knowledge. Let's see. Succession. Alright,
I'm really nervous after your draw, because I know what else is in your hand, so like, you're not excited about enemy control.
I'll activate. Alright, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna activate. I'm gonna pitch that. I'm gonna try.
He says he's going for it. I don't like that. That's bad. Okay, to the topic.
Alright, let's do it then. Banish light card.
There he is. Absolutely, he's not.
Oh, I picked that up! Oh, that's unbelievable.
Get here! Get out of here!
Go ahead, your turn.
Well, luckily you know I'm drawing a card that's completely worthless, so...
Yep, I did the same thing.
Give me a card. Give me a... No, I need a card to do something! We followed up the Emperor with nothing! Come on!
Alright, I feel like Alright, let's summon.
これを使って
Sure.
I don't think try to
ど
get
うしようかな
Let's hit
her.
like she's a monster. Thank you, Breaker.
Shit.
Hit over the Sasuke. Absolutely. Gotta love it. Pass the turn. Go ahead.
I'll draw.
Alright,
Jeez.
that's what we like to see. Okay, I feel like this game's back in my control now. So now I just have to figure out how we can close it out. I think now is as good a time as ever to do this. I'm going to fire off the card that you put to the back, or rather to the top of my deck, and that was Shadow Imprisoning Mirror.
Dude, no way!
And I'm gonna strip you for Zaborg and pop your set.
Oh, no!
Zaborg, get in there, buddy! 24 to the dome, Gage! I got this one wrapped up. Good luck, buddy!
Oh, man. That draw was not... That's so unfortunate, dude. Shadow are on one, bro. Oh, my God.
You're on Emperor. I have to start changing it up, and I did. Zaborg, another 24 coming in. Wish I drew a monster there, because I probably could have almost assuredly closed the game out. I will just set another card at that.
Alright, I'm gonna activate.
I am going to Imperial.
Oh my God! That's got. Yeah, you got it. Wow.
Yes! Let's go!
Alright, Gabe. Ow. Shadow? That scared of chaos.
I'm gonna just reserve everything till the end of the video because I want to see how terrified you become of this card. This card is going to ride me to victory. Santa's coming to town, and he brought Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. I will start off very simply by... I'll just do a nice humble T-set and I'll pass the turn.
Alright, sounds good. I'll draw. I like you. T-set, so I'm gonna see.
Okay.
Here's...
One likes a copycat. Let's go ahead, tribute off this Jujutsu Master for a copy of Mobius. Let's get rid of it.
I'm gonna think for a sec here. I'm going to chain Speedy Swing Whiplash.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay. You can stack my Mobius.
With
that
is...
is...
I'm getting stacked.
That is really interesting. Yeah, that will go to the top. That's fine.
何これ
I'm gonna follow that up with Last Will.
Oh, okay.
Card was sent to the graveyard. I tributed. Yes, sir.
Oh, dude. Why that card's so good?
Oh, it gets better. I'm gonna summon Exiled Force.
Oh my God! Outplayed, bro. That's so
Outplayed.
disgusting.
Get out of here. Best part is I shuffled the deck, so I no longer have Mobius on top. But knowing my luck, it'll gravitate there. Go ahead.
I'll draw. You know what? I'll take it.
Oh, come on! I do that clutch play, and down comes Pot of Greed. Never rewarded. Yeah, throw this one.
All over.
Disgusting. We got about 4 targets in the deck.
Yeah.
ご苦労
Sam.
よし
Okay.
I'm gonna summon Team Sam X1 here.
I'm gonna bottom. Okay, so you only have a Dark and Grave. Search that, so maybe you have Emperor, so I have to that. I feel like this is a really good opportunity to do this. I'm gonna normal summon Kaiku.
Ah, yeah.
Let's just get in.
Yep.
Open board. I feel like I have to do this. This gets you off of a dark. Too much good synergy there. I'll just pass on that.
Alright, I'll draw. That Kaiku's so
Isn't it? I love it.
Alright, we're gonna see. I'm going to almost summon Sniper.
Usually when you say that, that's what's coming. So yes, I have no response.
I'm gonna snipe him. Discard my warrior.
Please miss. Please miss. Please miss.
Another stealth mission, I presume?
I'll sink it a creep.
Yeah.
And be phase 2.
どこに
Set a
行こ
card.
うかな
That's right. He already had the Warrior Lady hand, so now he has the light. It's a bit like Snipe Puncher's good. Snipe Puncher just puts you in like the worst possible position.
You don't have it. It's like over 1500.
You would think I did, but you just popped it with Snipe
あ
Puncher.
れそうなものは
I feel okay with this. I'm going to go ahead and set, and I'm going to set, and that will pass.
Alright, I hope it's good enough.
It's not good.
Oh, this is gonna be
Not
good.
good.
Oh, Alex,
That's not good.
I'm gonna activate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, going to... Hold on, I need to correct.
All of the setup graveyard you could ever want. So much for Kaiku!
Yeah, right? Alright, I'm gonna dump Spy, Snipe. And last card I'll dump. I will dump Cyber.
Oh, this is so bad. This gets you all the setup you could possibly want. You can have Spy.
Cool, I'll take Talents. You do pick.
Yeah, I can. On resolution of painful choice. Mind Crush, Chaos, and Root Dragon.
Damn it! Oh! Oh, Alex, I was so ready for this. Oh my god.
Show it to me. Just show it to me. Oh! Oh my god! And that gave you. Oh, you had. No, you had exactly 3 doors!
Yeah, and then you just discarded the 4th! Oh my god!
My heart! Oh my god!
Insane, bro!
That would have been. You pulled Dad!
I'm
You
pulling Dad!
fucking Dad! I can't.
Yeah, you're a little upset, aren't you? It's pretty good.
I'm so frustrated. That is so infuriating. 2 Emperors and a fucking Dad, dude. Are you serious?
Yep.
Alright.
So I guess since his dad is good, I'll go snipe him. I'll fight his face down.
Please fucking miss. Please have there be some justice here.
Oh!
Thank you!
What a
Okay!
bunch of mess.
Thank God!
I'm gonna snipe him.
Oh, please get punished. Please get punished. Please get flopped. Alright, here's a spy.
Okay, good. I was gonna say. Alright, we'll go battle.
I cannot believe this. This is fun. I'm actually kind of... I was gonna say I'm kind of explaining it, but that's all. Okay, so I have defeated the Emperor once again. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. I'm gonna pass.
Oh, after all. Oh!
You did not! You fucking top decking!
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's pretty great. Not gonna lie.
Bro, watch is gonna come back. He knows it's game 2. I'm gonna put his face down there. I can't. Wait, I'm gonna put this up. So it's about the card I flipped up. How bad? It's about the card I flipped up too. How bad are you, bro? How bad?
Gage, if there's anything I didn't want you to pull from darkness was fucking Dark Arm Dragon! Of all things!
You were saying, bro, so satisfying. Yeah, guess who was even more satisfied? I felt like I was getting them all over massage, just all over big body work. It was great.
You know what that means though? That means that your secret rare could have been Rainbow. So no Rainbow Neos in the future. Just kidding.
If it was Rainbow Neos, then I actually could have played that.
Could have. Good luck, sir. This is gonna be it. I'm ready to cry.
I'm gonna start matching.
Yeah, sure.
I'll love set 1, set 2. You know what? Set.
Please.
Drop.
That's it.
Let me get a look.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, I probably.
It's not bad. I think it's a pretty obvious choice. But
It seems like a transmigration prop? What the? Why? Does any graveyard? No, wait. On
any graveyard. Yep.
You are on something. I don't feel. I think I have to.
I feel like that's the correct Pot of Greed into It's just nasty. Now let me shuffle a few times for good reason. No, it bypasses. Alright, well this game's already going downhill because you know my hint. Suppose I shall set and set, just like...
I will try. I'll start off with Exile. Sure. Or School.
It's the Jujutsu Master.
Alright, well, I guess now's a good time.
Gross.
Yeah, pretty alright. And I'm gonna sing. Yeah, you're
Alright, what you picking?
go for this one.
No!
Alright, see ya, break!
But this floor fucking sucks.
I'll set. I'll pass, go ahead.
This is already
It's a
going down.
very, very long linear path.
Smash and grab's cool. All out. My body is a shield. I don't feel like got anything crazy.
I mean, that's a pretty
And
good
again, there
punch on your
isn't
end,
anything
you know, pretty much
interesting.
threatening to rip another card from my hand, potentially.
That was something I was very
used it to kill my
happy about with...
Set. I'll pass.
That was a perk I always gave Etrian Odyssey credit for.
I will
3 at least.
another copy of Swag.
1 and 2 fucking suck.
I'll flip up.
Nexus kinda suffers from the same issue.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And
Alright.
although
I had to try to
I'm
get
supposed to be
it
talking about Etrian Odyssey
I
here,
still haven't played.
the map design for Mary Skelter really isn't all that interesting as well.
This way.
When it comes to dungeon crawling, whether it's first person or something like this, you really need to make sure
Anything I get here, whatever you have out of my hand would be pretty.
the place you're walking around in is interesting.
Alright, I'm going to grab Legendary Jujutsu Master.
We're gonna poke for 3. And
This game does not do a good job of
did I get it?
making walking around interesting. In Etrian Odyssey 3, pretty much every tile you walk on matters.
Spirit Reaper.
You can feel there was a lot of thought placed into the labyrinth design.
But I think I might be first. I'm gonna normal summon egg.
Yeah.
All 5 of them.
So, 7. Sure. Just to get some damage. And then main phase 2, I'll sack them off.
That's fine.
That was great.
I'll draw.
The alternative is I just set guard and then just kill it with Econ. And then I lose the Exile Force anyway, so at least this way I preserve my card.
I'm gonna tribute a spy for Mobius. Mobius, copy translegation. Oh, for shuffle.
Yeah, I'll activate it response. Put the... I really don't want to get rid of these, but put the Reaper and the Spy back. Oh, think about this. Like, that's the... Okay, so, here's where it's weird. You have a Spy on field, so, like, I'm partially tempted not to shuffle any of them back, because it's like, it doesn't matter for Emperor. But, for Dark Arc Dragon it matters, because if that Spy goes to the graveyard, then you have 3 Darks for Dad, and, like, that's frightening. So, it's really weird having to do, like, this, like, juggling act between the two. I guess I'll just get rid of both the Spy and you. Like, part of me wants to give you, like, a shoot just to give you a dead card. I just need to keep you off of that. And so
I'll brother. Not a problem. I understand your view. And I'll go battle. I'll punch it for however.
Yep.
There's no way past those still.
Okay, I need like Pot of Greed into Regeki here. That would be like justice. So I will set.
Okay, Yuki's swing is fucking overpowered as fuck.
Sure.
24 until I think you are.
You are correct. It is the guard. Will be destroyed. Guess I'll just bounce the Mobius, I suppose.
That's fine. I'll still sing and take my 12. Spy here.
Damn it.
Make face 2. I'll trip spy. I'll throw down the Mobius again. Thanks for the
Arg, they're too fast. No.
Luckily, I have a bottomless for the Mobius. So,
And luckily, I've got on my body as a shield.
so you got my money on. That's gross. Okay.
And your turn.
Okay, if there's any justice in this game, I will top deck Pot of Greed right now.
I think I'll just
Yeah, that's-
save on a new slot every session from now on. Scrolling down is too much of a bother.
What are you gonna do?
That's fine.
Good games, bro. Good games.
Fuck! God, that's so frustrating.
Yeah, well, we're doing the quest first.
That's not fine.
Wild.
Fine.
出発
Game 2. Oh my god, that was massive. That cheating. Just gonna die.
I was 100% dead that turn. I was thinking in retrospect, Transmigration Prophecy was a card I was kind of hesitant to sign in, but it would have been Mind Crush instead. I actually subbed that out just to have a little bit of variety. So I was thinking, like, well, this could have been a better card, and Mind Crush wouldn't have really helped me, because I don't think I knew anything in your hand whatsoever. So the only thing it would have helped with is, like, in tandem with Guard, I could, like, bounce Mobius, Mind Crush shit, I guess, but, like, I don't know, change anything.
I think this is one of the times she decided it because you threw those shadow imprisonings in.
Yeah. I know you have Twisters. Yeah, I know you have Twisters, and I knew games 2 and 3 put them in, but I had to. And luckily it came in clutch game 1, but I knew games 2 and 3 was going to be a little bit more challenging because of Twister. I have Imperial Order, so I have, like, one card that could stop it, but, you know, that is one of the nice things about you citing Twister, is that that card is dead unless I have Shadow Prison. So it's not the worst thing in the world that you have to side deck it, I suppose, just to respect it, because Shadow Imprisoner just cleaves you out. That card just hoses you.
I did not expect that. That was crazy for really going against that seat. But, you said you were satisfied. What else did you get? It's like,
so, I didn't get Dark Arm Drop.
Well,
so,
their vision counts are not that
but
egregious.
I got Lure of Darkness. I also got a Beginning of the End, which is pretty cool. But the worst parts about that is that I was thinking, like, yeah, these cards are great, but I wanted to play Shadow Imprisoning Mirror this episode. I just knew after the last few, I'm like, I need a card that is really going to just stop all this madness from going on. And Shadow Mirror just really messes you up because your outs are so limited. You can't even Snipe Hunter to pop it because that's a dark, so, like, that really just restricts how many cards really deal with the card. And then I had to take dark monsters out of my deck because I wanted to not have as many dead cards if I had Imprisoning Mirror up, which is why you see, like, the Jujutsu Master's still in there. I still have Hydrogeddon on the deck, you just never saw it. But Hydrogeddon can pretty much get over anything in your deck when Mirror's up, aside from Gravekeeper Spy, but at that point, your Gravekeeper Spy is just a true paint wall, so I don't really care. Yeah, so that was the game plan. I'm trying to think if I got anything else, like, super good. Like, again, they were just, like, good spell cards, but I didn't get, like, any just massive, big boss, like, Dark Arm Dragon. I was really hoping for, like, that or Zerato. Even, like, some of the other cards, like Dark Creator.
That's easy enough.
Or I don't know if Dark Nephthys is that good, but Dark Creator isn't even that bad for a role that I
yeah, Dark Creator. Yeah, I think I really thought was that Escape from the Dark Dimension, which those pair well.
Second to last set for GX.
何かに使えそう
Light of Destruction was released in May 2000.
I'm expecting a tough fight here.
Similar to how Phantom Darkness emphasized Dark Focus cards, Light of Destruction added a plethora of Light Focus cards to the game. Notable cards in this set include Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo, Honest, Lumina Lightsworn Summoner, Raikou Lightsworn Hunter, and a card designed to help purge the darkness from the format, Judgment Dragon. In this series, both of them and myself will be 20 booster packs for one box of a booster set. Fill the deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade your deck. However, in each episode, you will open another box of the next set that was released in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. This is the Yo Profession series.
Bottom of the screen, we had to take you to we thought last today is another spherical character. Light of Destruction is super important card strategy. Can't wait for muscle. First thing we gotta spin that winner.
Okay, cool, no boss fight.
But actually, okay with pop. I need the low fire muscle there. Darkness. That's really how did I spot there and like at least one of those. Wild card pop And of course, being super hard to see. Let's see what. Alright, a common wild card. Let's see what's embedded darkness that I actually. Wow, yeah, there really isn't anything I want from here. You know what? I'm just gonna.
Well, the buffs are still on.
I genuinely don't see any. So we're gonna pick up the sequel as our wild card.
We just gotta not get caught.
Incredible fights in the second, like sword monsters that actually compare pretty well. Chaos. We got a lot of chaos monsters. Sword. Yes, that we can pull some really good fights to replace some of the bad ones. It'll look really nice. So we'll bust up Accelerated Destruction. Let's see how lucky we get.
We are going to need a New Year's miracle to be able to turn this around. 2 Chaos Emperor Dragons was already bad enough, but Dark Arm Dragon takes this to an entirely different level. The reason is because Witch of the Black Forest can search Dark Arm Dragon, and that is just disgusting. It's so difficult because now he basically has 5 ways to drop a bomb on me at any time, and yes, Dark Arm Dragon is a little bit manageable than Chaos Emperor Dragon because there are more cards that can stop it. It's just going to continue to get more and more difficult. But just like the light that seems to like to shine on me every time I record one of these episodes, we are going to be going into Light of Destruction, released on May 13th, 2008. Just as you could guess by the title, very similar to Phantom Darkness that had a huge emphasis on dark monsters, Light of Destruction has a huge emphasis on light monsters. And right here, you can already see the flagship monster of the set, which is Honest. Honest was a huge move to light decks because it basically made it so that you never lost in battle, and that was something that your opponent always had to worry about. It was a threat that they really couldn't account for because, unlike a face-down card that you know is there, cards in your opponent's hand can be anything. And so, you're going up against any light-focused deck, Honest was just a killer. One of the reasons I still have hope is because Light of Destruction actually has a lot of very strong standalone cards that are at much lower rarity. Phantom Darkness was a little bit top-heavy, albeit there were some better cards at lower rarities as well. I would say Light of Destruction is a little bit more so. You can already start off here by seeing the Light Sworns. Jane Lightsworn Paladin. This card may seem innocuous, but it's an 1800 attack level 4, and if it attacks an opponent's monster, gains 300 attack during damage step only, which means this card can actually hit over Gravekeeper Spy, which we've actually had a very difficult time dealing with up until this point because we don't have no crossout, we don't have Shield Crush, we don't have really any cards aside from like Exile Force or like flipping up a Night Assailant or like Snipe Hunter to be able to easily these types of cards, and so Jane can just hit straight over them. We also have cards like Lilo, which isn't ultra rare, but it's basically like a light equivalent to Breaker. I think Breaker's probably still better, but still nice just for the milling aspect. Garroth is nice, it's 1850, and then if you have multiple Light Sworns on the field and you're milling cards for their effects, you can actually draw cards after that, which is just nuts. Lumina is a rare, and this is one of the first pieces of Resurrection we're actually going to have access to if we decide to go the Light Sworn route. Lumina, just by discarding a card, you target a level 4 lower Light Sworn in the grave, and special summon it, and then you have to mill 3, of course, just like every Light Sworn, but having access to multiple Luminas can be nice for just helping me more aggressive and really just build a sizable board. We've also got Raiko, Lightsworn Hunter. This is basically just a better Night Assailant because you can flip it to destroy any card on the field, not just a monster, and that's a really big difference. And then again, if you're playing Lightsworn, it helps because you can pull free. And the reason we want to do those mills is not only because of stuff like Garroth, but also because of Wolf. If you can mill a Wolf off the top of your deck, you just get to special summon for free. It's 2100 attack. It's a beast. Now, the thing is, this card's a little bit weird. First of all, it's a super rare, so we might not pull a lot of them, but in addition to that, it's kind of a brick, right? Because if you draw this and you don't mill it, then this card does nothing, but we do have ways to get it out of our hand. We have Snipe Hunter and the like, so not the worst. We also have Celestia, Lightsworn Angel, which, if we go a very heavy Lightsworn route, this card's actually not bad. So, you tribute summon this card using a Lightsworn monster, send the top 4 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then target up to 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy those targets. This is basically Mobius the Frost Monarch, but it pops anything. It is 100 attack less, but honestly, if we're super heavy on the Lightsworns and we pull a Celestia, it may not be the worst. And then it wouldn't be Lightsworn when we're first talking about Judgment Dragon. Now, Gage pulled 2 copies of Chaos Emperor Dragon in the past, so it's not impossible to pull 2 Judgment Dragon. I'm not holding my breath, but if we can at least pull this, and we have enough Lightsworns to facilitate it, we might be able to equal.
Damn it, I wasted food.
Special summon it, there's 4 more Lightsworns in your grave with different names, and you can just pay 1,000 life points to destroy all other cards on the field. The card is just ridiculous. I would really love to have an equalizer like this, especially since Gage's luck has just been through the roof. lately, that would be a very huge reprieve. We also can't forget about Solar Recharge. This is basically the Allure of Darkness equivalent for lights. You discard a Light Sworn and draw 2, and then send the top 2 of your deck to the graveyard. Very, very strong card. It is ultra rare, so I'm not holding my breath that we're going to pull this, but again, if we're trying to go heavy in on the Light Sworns, this would be a really, really nice pickup. So that's going to do it for now. I'm sure there's plenty of other cards to talk about in the pack opening, so 24 packs of Light and Destruction coming right up.
Pack number 1, baby. Alright, nothing too special. No Kappa 8. Flip the coin. A little bit more excitement in our life there. Oh, first super rare, the Helios Trice Megatus. That's what it is. This is the guy that plays with Macrocosmos or something like that. Pretty cool. I'm sure. I don't think we're planning on playing it though. One thing I'm really looking for is the Comet Jade. So that should replace our rare slot. For some of our warriors too, it's even light. Speaking of the devil, there he is, Mr. Jade. Lovely light burger card to pick up there. Definitely going to replace something like Sasuke, which is just bad. You can get another one of those, that's even better, so I don't mind. Ooh, an ultra rare, Dangerous Machine type Come on, man, I have no idea what this card does. Well, during each stand my base with 6-sided dice my result. Discard card, discard card, draw a card. Yeah, that's definitely too much of a gamble. Don't want to play that thing. Wow! Wow! A secret rare Dark General. A big deck that targets a piece of Dark Joy. Destroy that spell card. After you draw phase instead of conducting, add a level for Dark Monster. This card is actually pretty sick. I might just play this guy. It seems really fun.
Alright, 24 packs of Light of Destruction. We are going to need a lot of help this time around. And there's a lot of cards that can help us. Let's hope for the best. 24 packs. Let's get into it. We did get a super rare to start off, Vanquishing Light. This is basically like a solid judgment of sorts for Light Sworn.
Whatever, I'm done for today. I wanted to check the level requirement.
いつもならそろそろならないってことはそう落ち込むことないよお姉ちゃんお姉ちゃんのこと不安だわそんなことないよ日和は昔から頑張りすぎるそうかほら先に進もう
What the fuck? Wait, was the game not being recorded? The window said it was being recorded just fine, but... Oh my god.